All right, people, Mr. Right here with lesson 4.5 for the alto saxophone, for the fully assembled saxophone. This is basically just a review of lesson 3, except with the entire saxophone. Instead of just using the mouthpiece and the neck joint, we're using the whole saxophone. And the notes that we're going to be playing is your low G, 1, 2, 3. Remember that we're skipping that first key right here, and we're skipping the third key. So we're playing keys 2, 4, and 5. And then when we hit the high D, we'll depress the octave key on the back, kaboom, just rock your thumb up that way. Leave these same 3 fingers down, and then we're going to depress all 3 of the right hand fingers down, the only 3 that have those little perloid keys there. So you'll press all those together with the octave key, thumb, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So here we go. I've got my metronome set at 90 beats per minute instead of 80. And of course, you can slow yours down to whatever you want to. I need to turn my microphone down, or maybe I'll move it to the side a bit as we do this so that you won't get blown out by the sound. I'm going to turn the microphone down just a little bit. Saxophones tend to be a little bit loud, and I got a key that's not quite sealing off quite well, so I'm having to play a little bit louder to get it to sound. Well, here goes number 1. I can't point because it's going to take both hands, but we are on number 1, this low G, 1, 2, 3, and then I've got to hit octave key 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for this high D right here. So these are the 2 notes that we'll be going back and forth between the notes that are up here on your screen, the low G and your D, for the whole exercise. So notice it's on the second line from the bottom, that little round note, that little G, it's on the G line, or Elvis's guitar broke down Friday. But that's on the D line right there. So here we go from number 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm going a little bit when I only need the right hand to play that D. Then we got number 2. These are G's right here. So here we go, number 2. 1, 2, 3. Right, and my reed's a little bit dry. If yours is dry, sometimes it's best to just take the ligature off and just soak it in some more water and to get that thing to where it resonates more. If you're not getting the sound at all, it may be because you're clamping off the end of the mouthpiece and not allowing the reed to vibrate. Put a little more mouthpiece inside of your mouth. And but if you get a squeak, that means you got too much mouthpiece inside your mouth. All right, here we go. Number 3. We've got a half note. These were whole notes right here. This is a whole note G, but then we go to half notes right there. So those 2 half notes. And so we got a half note for 2 beats, and then 2 beats of sound for this half note rest. And then we do different combinations of that. So here comes number 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4. Okay, that was number 3. And I'm starting each note with my tongue. I'm taking my tongue and just touching the very tip, not the very tip, but just right underneath the tip right there to start each note. It gets that reed going. Number 4 starts off with a half note on the G, then rest for 2 beats, then the D, G. Here's number 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right. Then number 5 is these are quarter notes. They're solid on the inside with the stem. They each get 1 beat apiece, like ta 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 ta. These are quarter note rest, 1 beat of silence each. Right, here's number 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then number 6. What we want to try to do here is to play all of this phrase, this first sentence, musical sentence, in one breath instead of taking a breath after each measure. Don't want to do that. So you just go. So you're basically just using that diaphragm as a constant pump, pumping air throughout the whole time. You do start this first note, and you want to start and just kind of touch the reed lightly with the tip of the tongue to begin each note to get it vibrating at a different frequency. You want to stop the old frequency, start a new one, and the different finger combinations will help facilitate that as the tubing grows in different lengths and it resonates in different lengths, so to get different pitches. But it's easier to get the note to speak if you'll just touch your tongue to that reed to stop the old frequency, start the new one. So here comes number 6. 1, 2. Right. Number 7, we've got 2 quarter notes. Ta, ta, rest. Ta, ta, ta. If you're counting it, you'd say 1, 2, rest. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try number 7. 1, 2, 3. And supposed to be number 8. We'll go ta, rest, ta, ta, ta. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Here comes number 8. 1, 2, 3. So you don't want to be thrown off by that little last rest that happens on beat 1 right there. That's kind of tricky in a way. But that should get you going on lesson 4.5 for the alto saxophone.